Sam here with your daily business video. Just in case you thought I forgot or I missed it, no I didn't. I was really just doing a bit of study, kind of playing around with some software, really trying to figure out this live thing. So I want to bring as much value as I possibly can, as often as I can. And so, look, I've got 5 great tips for you. I want to show you how to eliminate overwhelm in your business in just 5 steps, okay? Because I know when I started out, it was really difficult for me, overcoming this overwhelm thing. It really was something very, very challenging. And I was studying as much as I could. I was taking in as much information as I could. But the overwhelm just kept getting me time and time and time again. And now that I've gone through it, now that I've worked through it, I want to share these tips with you because I know that they're going to help you with you and your business. So if that's a topic that interests you somewhat, if it's something that you think is going to help you, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. More importantly, comment on the video, say hello, I'm not going to bite, all right? So, look, the very first tip that I want to share with you guys in terms of overcoming or eliminating overwhelm in your business is to follow less than 5 people. In fact, I would honestly say you want to follow even less than that. When it comes to me, I study a whole bunch of people, don't get me wrong, I study a whole bunch of courses. I don't rely on one resource when it comes to me learning what it is that I really need to learn for my business. That would just be unwise. But in terms of following people with what I actually do in my business, one person, that's it. Okay, my mentor, right, my coach, the guy that I believe most in his business model and how it relates to me personally, right? I love the way he does things, and that's exactly what I want to do with my business. And so that's the path that I'm following because that's exactly where I want to end up. Okay, so I know when we start out, it's a little bit confusing because there's so much to learn, right? And we subscribe, we get this free thing, we get that free thing, and honestly, it does become overwhelming because we end up signing up to a bunch of people's email lists, and we get really, really confused as to what method to say. This person says video marketing is the best. This person says live video is the best. This person says blogging is the best. This person says Instagram is the best. Here's the truth, right? There are a ton of strategies that work. Majority of them actually work. People don't, okay? Don't be one of those people. So here's what I'm going to share with you. If you want to overcome overwhelm, the very first thing you need to do in your business is to follow less than 5 people. I would honestly, frankly, follow less than 3. But at the same time, you can follow, less than 5. You can 4 or 5, say, and you'll be okay. But I would honestly, at the beginning, especially follow 3. Find someone that you like, what it is that they do, whether it's because of their integrity or because of how transparent they are or because of the model in which they're doing. Pick that one thing and follow that, okay? And stick to that. Stay away from everything else. It's just going to create more and more overwhelm to you. So if that point makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And we'll get on to point number 2, which is to pick a business model and stick with it. Now, it doesn't really matter what model you pick. The key is to stick to it. A lot of the mistakes that I made, especially in my first 5 years, I'm going on 10, 11 years now of different journeys in my entrepreneurial world, especially online. I've gone through different things, right? And in my first 5 years, I would literally change things like that, right? One day I'd wake up going, yeah, I want to do this. And then the next day, I want to do that. And then, and I was so confused. At best, I would follow for something for 3 months. And then I'd be on to the next thing. And I wondered why the hell I wasn't getting any success, why I wasn't getting any real traction, right? So I'm going to say, pick a business model and stick with it until you succeed. When I stuck to my when I got to the point where I stuck to one business thing and I followed it through, I did that for 5 years and I was the best at what I did, okay? Now I chose to walk away from that and get into this online coaching thing because this is something I'm a lot more passionate about. This is something that I love doing. I love providing value. I love teaching people, doing what it is that I do so to help them make money, help them create an extra income. So I know a lot of people struggle financially. And so this is something that I'm literally passionate about, which is why I chose a way to put away all of that work after, by the time I walked away, it was probably about 5.5, maybe 6 years. And there was a lot of success in that, okay? And I'm starting this and I'm starting it from scratch. But I know, I have the mindset now and I have the blueprint. I know how to get there, right? I just got to pick that one and I've got to stick to it, right? So I'm going to recommend that you do the same thing. And if that makes sense, again, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment in the box and say hello. Any questions you have, put them in the box, and I will absolutely get back to you, okay? So point number 3 is to only buy and study things that are related to what you're doing. Now, this is what I was talking about before. Don't confuse this with point number 1. You can study a bunch of courses, you could be have a bunch of softwares, and it's all somehow related to what it is that you do, as long as it's related, right? So, for example, if you're going to do video marketing, you can study YouTube, you can do Facebook Live, you can do Vimeo, right? There are so many different things that you can do, and they're all related to video. But if you're going to focus 100% on video, don't go buy a course on blogging. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, right? I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying only buy things that are related to what it is that you're actually interested in and what it is that you're trying to learn, because that's how you really focus. That's how you eliminate that overwhelm, by focusing on the things that really actually matter at that point in time. Okay, focus on that one thing, those one or two things that are highly, highly critical. Eliminate everything else. Stick to that one path, right? And just keep going until you once you master that, then you can always spread your wings after that. But spreading too far, too thin, too soon is only going to end up in more and more overwhelm. It'll probably honestly end up in the end of your business without you even realizing, okay? So if that makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Point number 4 is create daily routines through rituals, right? And this is where habits play such a big part. I am far from perfect when it comes to this, but I know exactly what it is that I need to do on a daily basis. When it comes to Sunday night, I've already got my next week mapped out and what exactly it is I'm going to do. Do I follow every single one of those things? No. But I probably hit 80 to 90% of them, honestly. And the weeks that I put more things on, so for example, I've got like 4 primary things that I do every single day. And then there are usually anywhere from 1 to 4 things extra on top of that I do on a day-to-day basis, depending on how much time I have on my hands. But I have them all noted on my Excel sheet, right? I have everything mapped out on exactly what it is that I'm going to do. And my goal is to build those habits, to create those rituals so that I get the success that I'm going to get. Because I know that following a blueprint, especially one that's proven, is the way to success. You keep going until you succeed, right? So for example, like someone who's like, say for example, you're really interested in getting a better body, right? You're really kind of like confused as to how to go about doing it. But instead of like starting your exercise and you just keep exercising, improving, tweaking your diets and getting better and better and better, you just keep putting it off, going, oh no, I haven't quite figured it out yet. Before you realize, 3 months is gone, 6 months is gone, 2 years is gone, right? And you're still where you were 2 years ago, or worse. That's the bad thing about it. You create those small habits. Start where you're at. Build those routines and rituals and habits, and just keep growing from there, right? It's like a Lego, one piece at a time. Just keep going until you succeed at what it is that you actually want to do. So point number 5 is when you have overwhelm. This is honestly a tip that I wish I had when I started this whole thing out. I wish I had just gone, stop. Like, literally, it seriously is that easy, because I'd get flustered, I'd get frustrated because I'm an emotional person. I'm an all or nothing kind of person. Like, you either have all of me or you have nothing of me. That's who I am, okay? I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's good and bad. Who really cares, right? So what I would actually do is, what I do now is that, like, when I get overwhelmed and I get flustered and emotional and I'm like, what the hell do I do? Just stop. Literally, just stop, okay? What is the one next step that you need to take that's going to get you closer to the goal that you're trying to get to? That's all that matters. Literally, that's all that matters. Because let's say, for example, you're building a castle, right? And you can say, oh, well, look, you get overwhelmed by the fact that the castle is so big, and you're like, holy, like, shit, like, how do I do this thing? This is just way too much. Like, you're really not sure what to do. So what you need to do, what's the next thing you need to do? Do you need to lay this brick? Do you need to nail this nail? Do you need to ask this person to do that? Do you need to double check the blueprint to ensure that you're actually following the correct plan? What is the one next step that you have to follow in order to even take the following steps, okay? There is always one crucial next step. Take that one step and focus on that one step only. Until you've done that, then the next step will automatically reveal itself. All right, so those are my 5 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. If this video gave you some sort of value, please go ahead and comment, give me some sort of emoji or whatever it is that you're feeling. You might even like send me like an angry emoji because you're pissed off and you're like, yeah, I know exactly how that feels, man, and it pisses me off. I wish I could kind of stick to it a little bit better. So just remember those 5 points. Follow less than 5 people. Pick a business model and stick to it. Only buy and study things that are related to what it is that you're doing. Create daily routines and rituals, right, through habits. And when you have overwhelm, just stop. Stop and ask yourself, what is the next logical step? And take that step. All right. So if you want to know again what those 5 points are, just message me. Send me an inbox and I'll send you those 5 points so that you've got something that you can relate to when it is you're going through these struggles, because I'm here to help. All right. So if you've got any questions whatsoever about your business, if you need advice, reach out to me, because I would love to have a chat with you. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy putting them together for you. I will be back again tomorrow. So until then, take care. Much love. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.